Well, everyone has been waiting for this. I know. Arsenal fans, you're outside there. Your notification bells are on. You're waiting to hear what Rokani is going to say about your trip to Anfield. You know, it's really going to be the showdown towards Christmas. Arsenal playing away at Anfield against Liverpool. The two teams, you know, one leading the Premier League table by 39 points, another one placed second by 38 points, lock horns at the Merseyside at the stadium known as Anfield. For your own information, Anfield has just gotten its capacity increased by 7,000 seats, and it now capacitates 61,000 fans at Anfield. So, if you are really an Arsenal fan and you really went to Anfield and really felt like the atmosphere was really hostile, this time round, it looks like it's going to be hostile times two, because the fans are going to be rocking. Last season, this game ended 2-2 in favor of no one. Arsenal, at the end, Arsenal, in a space of 28 minutes, had gone ahead to score 2 goals, you know, and it was through Gabriel Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus, and they pulled one back towards the end of the first half, and Liverpool had a lot to do in that game, and it was Roberto Firmino who really went ahead to capitalize onto that cross to the far post by Trent Alexander-Arnold and nodded the ball into the back of the net. That was really very relieving to the side of Liverpool, but to the side of Arsenal, it was really bad. But you remember I told you who was responsible for a result like that for Arsenal? It was none other than Mikel Arteta, because of how he really delayed to take Zinchenko off and bring on Kieran Tierney. If Kieran Tierney had come on, remember around the 60th minute, Arteta told Kieran Tierney to take off his tracksuit, obviously get ready to come in and really play the game, and take off Zinchenko, and he told him to sit down again. And he was really skinned by Trent Alexander-Arnold, nutmegged towards the byline, and a cross brought in, and Roberto Firmino went ahead to really head that ball into the back of the net. And there is one thing that people are really going to really notice in this game. If David Raya really makes a very stupid mistake that leads to Arsenal conceding, everyone will be really claiming for Aaron Ramsdale to get back in between the stitches, because in the second half, the hero of Arsenal and the savior was God in the body of Aaron Ramsdale, because he made unbelievable saves. You know, that corner header, you know, that it was a net to beat and really stopped it from going in the goal of Arsenal. That curling shot that was deflected a little bit, that was going the far left top corner, you know, and he went ahead and obviously tipped it over the bar. Aaron Ramsdale really had a very good goal. But one thing people should note is that by the time Arsenal never had William Saliba, they never had Declan Rice, and they now have them. And Liverpool doesn't have Fabinho, they don't have Firmino, they don't have Naby Keita, they don't have Jordan Henderson, you get, and they're having lots of players away. Robertson is away, Gravenberch is away, Jota is out, McAllister is out, one of the standout players at Liverpool. Then Joel Matip is also out. Stefan Bajcetic is also out. So it shows you that the Liverpool that played Arsenal last season, that is going to play Arsenal this season, is really weaker, and Arsenal have gone ahead to strengthen. William Saliba, who never played part in that game, is here, and they're having a Declan Rice who has proven to us that he's one of the best signings of the season so far. And then he's having a Kai Havertz in the mix, in the team. They're having another ball-playing goalkeeper, David Raya, who can obviously cool down the pressure. And if I told you watch the game of Manchester United very well, the reason as to why Liverpool was really not attacking United time after time, it was because every time Andre Onana got that ball, he really went ahead to cool it down, because you cannot press him, because he's really one of the best playing ball goalkeepers. He did the needful and really gave himself a goal. So Arsenal are really having more and more and more and more and more and more and more players in their squad. And when you look at Arsenal, the absentees, Julian Timber, Thomas Partey, Fabio Vieira, Tomiyasu, and El Nini. Jorginho, I think we wait and see whether he's going to make a surprise return into that team. So, Arsenal's last game, they beat Brighton by 2-0. Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus on target. They dominated that game 100%. Liverpool had 34 shots and only on target, and only 9 on target. Failed to really put one goal past Man United. And the game ended 0-0 in favor of no one. And they played in the midweek, that was yesterday. They beat West Ham by 5-0. And they went ahead to rest, I think, like 6 players. Alisson Becker was rested. Trent was rested. Konate was rested, Mohamed Salah was rested, Luis Diaz was rested, and there is another 6th player they went ahead to rest. They rested 6 players. That's what I know. For Arsenal, they've rested for 7 days, something that can obviously play in their advantage. But Arsenal is a side that have gone ahead to obviously face this fixture, and last season it ended 2-2. And they are going here with a very huge vibe of really winning. Remember, whoever wins that game will obviously go into Christmas topping the Premier League table. And you know, to it that a person or a team that has gone ahead to obviously go ahead and really top the league at Christmas has 90% chances of really lifting the league. Arsenal were on top of the Premier League table on Christmas last season, but they didn't really capitalize onto that to obviously win that league because they really went ahead to down tools. But this time round, they are a more colossal force that can come in through and obviously fight end to end. So we go to the predicted starting 11 of Arsenal, and David Raya is going to be in the middle stitches of Arsenal. We all know that. He's the first choice goalkeeper of Arsenal and is going to play a very pivotal role into what Arsenal's control of the game is going to be like, because he can be really given reference passes, and Arsenal are really going to use him a lot in such games because they know how to really combat the pressure through those reference passes. Then on the right back, it's going to be Benjamin White, not Cedric Soares. Benjamin White is going to play as a right back for the side of Arsenal. But he faces a very, very, very huge threat coming in from Luis Diaz. And this is where you'll want, you'll want Saliba, who is going to play on the right side of the central defense, to obviously help him out. And Bukayo Saka needs to track back a lot to see to it that he is not so much exposed into a 1v1 situation. So that is Benjamin White for you. Left back, obviously Zinchenko. That is it, because if Tomiyasu was available, I think it would have been Tomiyasu, but Tomiyasu is really injured and is not out of action until January. So those are the fullbacks, and Zinchenko is really going to have a hard time. Salah was rested for like 70 minutes. He played 20 minutes and he scored a goal against West Ham. So he comes in through to obviously face the side of Arsenal. And we all know one of the deficiencies of Zinchenko. It's him being what we call a very bad player when it comes to obviously defending the game. We all know that those are his deficiencies, and one of his biggest limitations is that, and he needs to obviously find himself in a position of really putting in a very huge effort on the day. Now we go to the central defense. A man that missed out last time on action because of a back injury is back. William Saliba is going to play on the right side of the central defense, and Gabriel Magalhaes is going to play onto the left side of the central defense. And for William Saliba, this is going to be his first time to play at Anfield. That is it. First time to play at Anfield, and he obviously needs to get to know exactly what this feeling is going to be like. The midfield, the most contagious positions that people are really not sure of who is obviously going to come in through and really play. But this man is really brave. Arteta has balls, and he has big, large balls. And you know how he won't really change his mentality. When he never changed it against Aston Villa away from home, I don't think he's obviously going to change this midfield. And I think it's going to line up like so. Declan Rice, CDM, single pivot in that game. He's really doing great. And no player in the Premier League is going to hate to win very many final third interceptions like Declan Rice. It shows you that he not only blocks into the second and first third of the pitch, but even in the final third of the pitch, he's really deadly. That is none other than Declan Rice. So, alongside who? Alongside Martin Odegaard. Guys, I watched him against, I watched Martin Odegaard play against Brighton. He's back. He's back. I saw Martin Odegaard that I saw last season. He's really back and putting in huge efforts on the day. Then we go to the other player. This guy is not going to be dropped. Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz is not gonna be dropped. And in my opinion, I really thought that if I'm Mikel Arteta, I would have gonna hate obviously start it up with Jorginho to hold on it a little bit. But I know his plan. Arteta is going to go with that midfield three, you know, and he's going to go in for some early goals. When he gets them at around the 60th minute, he takes off Kai Havertz, he brings on Jorginho. If at all the game is in the favor of Arsenal, that is it. So that is the midfield three that I believe Arteta is going to bring in through, and he knows exactly how they're obviously going to overpower that midfield of Liverpool, because the midfield of Liverpool is weak. I saw it against Man United, and they couldn't really go past our Kobe Menu and Amrabat. The midfield was not dominated by Liverpool, and Liverpool's biggest operations to attack Man United and to create threat were so much coming off the wing. And with Declan Rice there, I don't see them really doing anything through that midfield. Then the front three, Bukayo Saka facing Tsimikas, and obviously it's gonna be a hardly fought battle. You know, some people are saying Tsimikas is really suspect, but he's not suspect, by the way. Then we go to the left forward. Gabriel Martinelli. Trent Alexander-Arnold needs to be up to his best, because this guy is really good when it comes to taking on Trent Alexander-Arnold. Remember, Trent Alexander-Arnold is like Zinchenko, right? He's limited when it comes to being a defensive player. So that's really one of the things you'd obviously find a solution for. Then we obviously have Gabriel Jesus leading the line, having gone ahead to score against Brighton. There is no way you don't start there is no way you don't start him against Liverpool. And remember, last season he scored away, you know, so he really has that mentor. And in every game that Gabriel Jesus is going ahead to score in the Premier League, his team has never gone ahead to lose, from Man City and up to here. So that is my predicted starting 11. I don't know what your thoughts are about it. And let's go to the match stats before I obviously go in to tell you what my prediction is going to be like. This is really very important for you to note. 1, Liverpool are unbeaten in their last 10 home Premier League games against Arsenal. You know, 7 wins and 3 draws. The Reds have fallen behind in 5 of those games without losing, including a 2-2 draw last season from a 2-0 down. So, Arsenal last won here by the way in 2012, if at all you never knew. Secondly, Arsenal haven't kept a clean sheet in any of their 15 Premier League matches against Liverpool, shipping 43 goals since the last of that run, a 0-0 in August 2015. That is the most goals they have shipped against an opponent. Thirdly, this is Liverpool's 100th game against Arsenal in the league competition. Just the second side to visit the Reds as many times after Everton, 105. Liverpool have only won more league games against Aston Villa, 59, and Newcastle, 58, and against the Gunners, 55, though only Manchester United, 25, have won more visits than Arsenal, 24. So, you really know about that. Then fourthly, this will be the 7th time Arsenal and Liverpool have met in their final Premier League game before Christmas, the most played such fixture in the competition's history. The Reds won the first 2 such, the Gunners the next one, with the last 3 all ending level. That is it. Then Liverpool drew 0-0 with Man United last time out, despite having 34 shots in the match. This ended their run of scoring in 26 consecutive Premier League games, while they haven't failed to score in consecutive home games since February, March 2021, a run of 3. So if you really look at those stats and you really look at how Liverpool fared against Man United, I come out here and I really tell you that Arsenal are the favorites to win this game. I say it with confidence. Arsenal are the favorites to win this game. Why are they the favorites? They're having better players. They come here as a better team, you know, and they've gone ahead to keep very many clean sheets away from home. Arsenal kept a clean sheet away from home against Bournemouth. They kept a clean sheet against Crystal Palace, against Everton. You get? So they've kept like 3-4 clean sheets away from home. So Liverpool are going to come in and play high line. And Arsenal too is going to play high line. But when you look at the team, who has players who are really deadly to kill off the other? It's Arsenal. You get? Martinelli, the pace of Martinelli and the pace of Bukayo Saka, it's really going to hurt them. Odegaard, Kai Havertz coming through in form and motivated. Declan Rice facing that midfield of Liverpool. It's really going to be one of those moments that you will not want to see if at all you're a Liverpool fan. You won't want to see that if at all you're a Liverpool fan, because your team needs to obviously be very, very good at scoring and good at defending. And we know that Liverpool is not good at defending. If you reach their line of Konate and Virgil van Dijk, you can obviously expose them. So the only way Liverpool can win this game against Arsenal is by scoring very many goals. Something that I believe Arsenal won't really allow. Arsenal have a better bench because their bench will be having players like Nketiah, Reece Nelson, Trossard, maybe Jorginho, you know. And Liverpool is going to be having a bench that has the Curtis Jones, maybe a Cody Gakpo. And you look at their bench and you won't be looking out for someone who's going to come through and obviously change that game. So they need to do a lot. And trust me, they might really lose this game of football. And my prediction is 3-2 win for Arsenal. That is my prediction for this. And I think the best result Liverpool are going to get is a draw. I don't see Arsenal losing that game. If Liverpool play hard, they're only going to force a draw. And if they win, I'm going to be one of the most surprised people, because if United had more quality on the pitch, you know, they would have gone ahead to win the game against Liverpool. If they had Casemiro or Eriksen alongside Amrabat, you know, if they had which other player by the way is out. If they had Lisandro Martinez not set 20 events, they would have gone ahead to do better and better and better, because Lisandro Martinez gives them a way to play, you know, to play from the back better. So I just find it a win for Arsenal, and I'm giving Arsenal to be the favorites. I don't know what your thoughts are, guys, but for me, I've gone ahead to give Arsenal the win. But Liverpool has threatening players, but when you look at how Luis Diaz was closed down by Diego Dallo, you know, and how Mohamed Salah was silenced and pocketed by Luke Shaw, you know, if Liverpool if Ben White and Zinchenko can cut off the supply from that side, obviously it's gonna be a hard time for Liverpool to win, because their midfield cannot penetrate through the midfield of Arsenal. They can't. They have that engine man Declan Rice with them, and I see a 3-2 win for the club of Arsenal. So guys, your predictions are welcome in the comment section below. Rokani David is my name, and here we come out to call it a halt for this video, and I can't wait for your predictions, guys, because I'm eagerly waiting for them. Rokani David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ, the Muslims. Barakallahu fikum. We out for now. But Premier League football is back today. Brighton is playing which team? Let me see. Who is playing Brighton? It's Crystal Palace is hosting Brighton today at the Selhurst Park. And it's one of those that I'm going to come in through and really give you a match reaction when that game of football is done and dusted. Laters. I'm out.